Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of How Do I Wedding. I'm Elaina, your guide down the aisle, and today's topic is Bridezillas. We know them, we love them, but hopefully we aren't them. Bridezilla is a result of stress, and today I'm going to give you a couple tips to help you handle this stress, especially when you're feeling overstressed and about to go into Bridezilla. So first of all, remember that this is your day, but it's not necessarily everybody else's. A lot of people have full-time jobs, they have families, they have responsibilities of their own, and that is something that we all need to respect. It's okay to make sure that your bridal party knows what commitment they're making and what you expect of them during the wedding planning process. Another thing I recommend is to be grateful. Say thank you. It's okay to ask if you're feeling like you're irritated, to make sure that you check yourself and make sure you're not being a little Bridezilla-esque. And last but not least, have a set wedding planning time. Whether this is your Sunday afternoons or 20 minutes every day, this will help you divide your tasks into smaller ones that seem a lot less stressful. So my second tip is to stay organized, or better yet, hire a wedding planner. I will always advocate for hiring the experts because they've done this a million times, and it is a stressful and sometimes confusing transitional time. And so having someone along the way who's been there before, who can guide you through each step of the process because they've done it 1,000 times, will really help you just stay cool and organized. If you're like me and you binge watch Bridezillas on your Thursday nights or whatever on Hulu, you'll know one thing I really noticed was, especially recently, was that they don't have wedding planners, and they're generally not very organized. So even if you can't afford a wedding planner, that's okay. Just have somebody there who's kind of your go-to person, whether it's a really close family or friend that you trust, they're aware of the commitment, going back to step one. And just somebody who can kind of help you stay organized during this process. Another thing I recommend is to always go to bridal shows. With Showbride, we have bridal shows pretty much every 2 to 3 months. So there's no shortage of them. You'll be surrounded by like 30 to 40 vendors each time. You can win free wedding prizes, which is always nice. Sometimes they're really big prizes, like sometimes you can win your entire honeymoon. So that takes the stress off that. You're gonna be meeting wedding professionals who know what they're doing because they've done this again 1,000 times. And so especially if you're unsure of what direction to go to, or you're not really sure even where to start in a certain category, a wedding vendor and bridal shows can really help you with that. When you go to a bridal show, I highly recommend that you make bridal stickers. So a lot of times you'll be filling out a lot of registration forms for the different vendors on top of just one for the entire show. And what'll make your life 10 times easier to save you time and energy is to make a little bridal sticker with your name and your future spouse's name, your wedding date, a good email, and a good phone number. Last but not least, I recommend to just take a moment and remember why you're here in the first place. You're here because you want to celebrate a day with the love of your life and share that with your closest family and friends. As you share your love with one another, it's this beautiful cloud nine romantic time, and when you're walking down the aisle, I can promise you, you're not going to be staring at the chair covers. You're going to be staring at that person that you're about to spend the rest of your life with. So we'd like to thank Showbride, and we'd also like to thank Brian Charles Films for their advice on videography. And last but not least, always remember to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Also follow us on the social medias. We have Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. How Do I Wedding, and on Showbride. And be sure to tune in next Thursday for a new episode of How Do I Wedding.